looking back on your life, what were some of the best decisions you've made? Damn, these are good questions.
Yeah, these are hitting. You know, one that I think about all the time was choosing to trust in the shaman when we smoked DMT. Like that was such a random occurrence, but I feel like I've never been the same since that day. Like that was crazy. But I guess to just like get more specific into that, just like choosing to shed that fear of like, I don't know this dude. I'm afraid of this drug. I'm afraid of what will happen afterwards. I'm afraid of the trip itself. It's like all of those things went out the window when it was just decided to do it. Hey, do you want to, hey bro, we got DMT inside. Do you want to smoke? There was no hesitation. It's just, yeah, let's do it.
Like, let's do it.
Get the energy right and do it. And it was for the better. You know?
I feel that. Because that, and then also, it didn't help that nigga did have on like some weird fucking like, you know, some like feather, you know, it was like some native shit, but you just don't see, you don't usually see it.
Nah,
like
we're pulling up to Atlanta like on some, you know, we're in the hood.
Yeah, we're in the hood at that.
That shit wasn't like, you don't expect to just see that. So you don't know what is finna, and then we didn't see the process. It wasn't like we saw him do the ingredients. It's just like, all right, I just walked out with a blunt and I expect you to be okay with me leading you through this and you don't know what's in it. But that, I feel like that just like helped, that's helped so many like, or not relationships, but so many future decisions, because like the fear of anything has just like completely dissipated. Like I rarely ever hesitate on anything. I'm just like, if it feels right, if it feels good, 9 times out of 10, it's the choice for me.
Gotcha.
And I feel like that was definitely a turning point for that, because you get told by everyone in your life to watch, you know, watch your back, watch your surroundings. Don't trust people. Don't take what people give you. But sometimes taking what people give you is like the thing that can accelerate your future.
That's true.
You know,
that's
just
true.
Having that belief and that trust in people is like critical. It's like very hard for people to do. It's hard for me to even do at times, for sure. Because like I have the belief in myself, but the belief in others, it's like I don't even, how can I gauge what kind of shit you're on if you're on the same wavelength as me? But once you relinquish that and you have that trust in others, a lot of the times they're not going to disappoint you.
That's true.
You know? Yeah. They have a gift for you. They have something for you to receive.
It's like just trusting that spirit is going to align what's best for you in the most like random circumstances, you know what I mean? Like with spontaneity, it's just a resonance of spontaneity and trusting spontaneity. Yeah.
What is something you cherish about your childhood?
I think like being from South Dallas and like just growing up in fucking like poverty, or you know, like the projects, it's like you have, I was talking to Trinity AB about this, is like that shit actually has more community than the suburbs. Like, you know, people in the hood are like, you know, we're all we got. So I was hanging around like, you know, my friends and my kids, I mean the kids in my neighborhood, and I literally knew everyone in the fucking neighborhood. I would be like 4 years old and I can just go to somebody's house in the apartment complex and my mom will come home and not know where I was and be perfectly fine. Like literally just be like, this nigga poo-poo is probably at somebody else's house. Let me go like knock on the doors and see where he at. Like, which is kind of crazy. But she'll knock on the door and be like, oh, last time I seen him, he was at Raekwon house. She'll go to Raekwon house. Is he here? No, last time I seen him, he was at Nikki house. Call Nikki, is he there? Yeah, and yeah, he's over here. And then, you know, it's just like that's true sense of community.
Yeah. Like,
yeah. Like the hood,
you just take care. Yeah, like they're taking care of you. Like, they know you. They know your face. They know what you're about. Like,
right. They know who's my mom.
They gonna look out for you.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So, you know, we were just outside riding bikes all the time. I was cool with all the kids in the neighborhood. The drug dealers would do this shit. Like, they would do this thing weekly where they would drive by and just throw out money to the kids. That was just a thing that always happens. Like, they do like, They were like, y'all, the ice cream man come by? Like, no, he ain't come by yet. All right, just throw that shit and then just drive off because they know, we want to buy some shit from the ice cream truck or go to like the candy lady's house. Like they just, it was just that type of shit. Like that would happen all the time, bro. So I kind of remember that from my childhood, and it also like helped me integrate just like survival instincts, knowing when to be, knowing like how to fight, which isn't a great thing, but it is a good thing to like have.
Depending on your environment.
Depending on my environment, especially when I integrated spirituality in my awakening, I knew how to like I knew when to not be defensive and when to be defensive, because I know where like how to like defend myself if necessary and when not to just use it without needing to. It's like it just gave me that discernment and knowing to like kind of chill out. But if I need it, I can use it. So yeah, that was that. I love that question. What is something that has always excited you since you were a child?
Honestly, I can truly say that I've always loved the prospect of going outside. Like that shit is crazy. Like I be thinking like, even when like I lived on fucking Marilla Street, like just coming home, like I did no homework or nothing. Like I dropped my shit off and like I went outside. My mom's coming home. She sees me in the tree. She's she comes home. She's texting me, where you at? Oh, I'm in the backwoods. Or I went to the creek with Shane. Like
fine.
I always loved being out there. Like I get home, like, hey, y'all want to come hoop in the fucking horrible ass driveway? Like anything that can put me like outdoors. I just genuinely like have always loved that. Like,
did your mom take you outdoors, or was it like encouraged for you to do it, or you just like naturally just opened the door?
Like I don't know if it was like she didn't prevent it by any means. It wasn't like nah, don't be outside when I'm not there. I know some people that's like that. Like their parents were very like they sheltered them a lot. Yeah. But nah,
you weren't like encouraged to go outside by you just kind of
nah. It wasn't like, oh, you spending too much time in the house, boy. Like nah, because I never wanted to be in the house for real.
Okay.
Like I'd stay out. I had like curfew, like try to be in before dark, because I'd just be out there.
Got you.
Type shit. So
got you.
I think that's even now, like that's just my vibe. Like I prefer to be out than in. And I do a lot of shit in that I enjoy as well. Like I love gaming, playing video games, like shit like that. But I could never like, I tell people this all the time, like I could never genuinely be a streamer because I'd have to sit at a setup for like hours. And that's just not me.
You just look outside, the sky's blue, and you just like
it's like that's a no-go, bro. That's a no-go. I gotta touch grass, like for real. For real, I got that. But yeah, that shit, it's always like I have like some of my fondest memories are just exploring outdoors and finding shit, like using my imagination, playing with sticks and just little shit like climbing trees, and that shit has extended into my adulthood. And I'm really like, I'm just really appreciative of that.
That's absolutely fucking beautiful that you just had that since being a kid.
Yeah,
like that's fine, and it's like it just kept with you.
Yeah, for real.
That's dope. That's dope as hell.
That's why I always be wanting to like go on like cabin trips and shit.
Yeah,
let's go somewhere where we can be outdoors and commune together as well. Yeah, because that shit just enhances. There's something about it, it's the energy to it.
Yeah, and that shit's healing for sure.
Yeah,
it's just healing, like naturally.
Yeah. No. What is one thing you'd like to know about each other?
I think I would like to ask you, when you look forward into like your future, do you think in terms of like priority? I mean, not priority. Do you think in terms of community or family? Because I've noticed this started to come up in conversations that I've had with people. Like I've noticed that there's like two different people. There's people who like think when in the future what they're building towards, they like think of family, and, or they think of like creative community, which that's probably not really what's coming on. Yeah. That's interesting. Which it can always, of course, be both, but
I think I do look at it as both. Okay. Or like, but they're like subcategories of like the same thing, which is just like unity in general. And I think family is unity, and I think community is unity. and I think those two integrate. Like when I see projections of myself in the future, what I will have, I definitely see communes, for lack of a better word. I see all the people I know being in one space or several spaces and just doing cool shit and just extending our imagination.
Yeah, same.
I think I've always thought like that though. I've just made pit stops along the way of different things, different lives that I've also wanted to live, which is kind of a weird way to go about it, but that's how I kind of have to. Like I have so many dreams that I want to accomplish that I feel like I can do it all, so I just do it.
Gotcha.
And that's like the one that's like the hardest though, because it relies on so many other people not changing pretty much, or like remaining childlike, remaining, or even wanting that.
I feel
you know.
Yeah.
Some people use the friendships and like the community they have is just like, okay, well that's where I was. That was the point that I was at. But ultimately, I'm trying to be ducked off somewhere with just me and whoever.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah,
I could think that I know someone or know a group of people, and I'm like, oh, we're all on the same shit. But 5 years from now, it could be like, it could age in the mind a little bit, or it could just change. Like, which is it's no problem. It's just like, damn, I know that's something that I do want. So,
gotcha.
It's reliance on people. And that's, like we spoke about earlier, it's always kind of a tough thing to just put your trust in others.
Yeah.
But that's what I would love to have, though, sooner rather than later. Honestly, I want just, man, that shit's inspiring. I want us all sharing ideas and growing together.
Me too. I want to be like gardening and shit together, like niggas just like
creating our farm,
cultivating landscapes and shit. Like
for real, growing our own like fruit,
growing our own fruit
shit,
and food
crops.
and vegetables. Yeah, growing our own weed, mushrooms, all that shit. Like that'd be fire as fuck. Which is kind of dope because it's like, I know AB is growing mushrooms and she's learning how to do that shit, and then like I know like Ike and Eric, they know how to garden. And it's just like, I really do see everything coming all together.
Like imagine them niggas meeting them. Like it would just be such a harmonious thing,
Yeah.
I think that's why I really want to continue to serve as like the common denominators between all of our friend groups, because like once we all come together, which I know is going to happen, it's just going to be like an explosion of like, that's just something I want to see.
Me too.
I really want to see that just like bloom.
Me too.
Should be so far.
Everybody's just working together. It's like a system where everybody just do their part, and in our own levels of expertise and shit, and then learn from each other.
For sure.
It'd be dope as hell. We all can offer something of value to one another.
If you could be God for one day, what would you do?
If I could be God for one day, if I could be God for one day, I would. That is a crazy question, because my mind is I have such an introspective thought complex that I think like, okay, well, I will provide peace, abundance, and prosperity for all human beings.
Yeah.
But that would. But there's a reason that this reality is set up like that. That's not the reality.
You think so? There's a reason for it?
Well, yeah, because there's a huge shadow, what they would call the veil, what they would call our own shadow selves. There's like a huge shadow realm on planet Earth, which is like a darkness, if you will, but it has an intelligence to it that wants, to like consciously keep, human beings in the shadow. Like, I just feel like, I'd be a fool to not acknowledge that in this room there's light and dark, and
and it's needed. Both are needed.
And both are needed. Both are needed for us to like evolve through. But I think that we would realize that it is only the more we shine light on the shadow, you realize that it is just all pure light consciousness. Like I truly believe that. People do say like, okay, it's not all love and light, because it's not. But I think ultimately when you do the work, you illuminate the shadows and they just ultimately turn into light. And I think if I was God, I would just kind of maybe speed up that process for all human beings. Okay. I would just try to like create, you know, a world that would just like everyone is just living in their full internal flame of pure consciousness, pure awareness, where it's just like you're fully enlightened, every human being. And I don't know how that works.
How would that?
I don't know how
that
works.
happen.
But
like,
that's the thing.
Crazy.
That's how.
Or not how that would happen, but like how would that affect what we're currently doing?
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the very next day would change instantly. Like if
yeah.
everyone was really full, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, dude, that would be pure destruction. That's what it would be. It would destruct a lot of what we have.
And that's kind of what I'm saying. Would that more so lead to a negative outcome?
It would,
like that shit would throw off the entire balance of the world. Yeah, in a sense, like But no. I can't even say that because even these fucking reptilian government officials would like become full. So would they just be like, what we're doing is like crazy? You know what I'm saying? So maybe it wouldn't even be like us where we would be like, all right, let's fucking dismantle.
Right? No, not at all.
They'd be like, all right, let's just dismantle it for ourselves and for the good of everyone.
Exactly. And I also think that all of the beings, everybody would just kind of like naturally navigate to an environment and space that is harmonious for everyone, because there's a lot of those realms on Earth, you know what I mean? Costa Rica, a lot of Central America, like Ghana, Bali, you know, we would just naturally like
pieces of fucking land just waiting to be inhabited by the right people. Right,
by the right conscious community. So that's a deep ass question. I could go deeper into that subject, but yeah. All right. Are you in love right now?
Am I in love right now?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in love with a lot. I think I'm in love in general. Yeah, for sure.
I love that answer. That's exactly how I would answer. Yeah. Like, I have a question because people always ask me like, have you ever been in love with like a person? And my only response is that I've been in love in moments. And I wonder if it's like fully possible to be in love completely. But I'm like, is that realistic? Because like, are we always in love
at the same height of love in every moment?
It's like, are you talking about like the idea of a person when you think of them? Like, oh, are you in love? But I'm like, what does that mean? Can you be in love in all moments?
Man, I don't know. I don't want to say no because I'm sure that someone will be like, I am.
Yeah.
And that's your, that's your walk of life. That's your perspective. Like, I'm not knocking it at all. In my personal experience, I feel like it's a stretch. Just because, I don't know, like, it's kind of like you said, like the moments. It's more about the moments that I'm feeling that way.
Yeah.
And then even with like a person, it's like I've fell in love instantly.
Yeah.
And then maybe a month from that point or whatever, it's like, okay, was that just attachment? Was that just, the intense yearning for meeting someone like that in that moment? And it kind of fizzles out. And not even like, oh no, I don't even fuck with you. It's just like, it's not at that same, intensity that it was when I first saw you or when I first met you, when I first talked to you. Yeah. And that's not even a bad thing. It's just like, well, can I say that I was really in love with that person, or was I just more so infatuated or just feeling in love in that moment?
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's a good question though.
Yeah.
That's a good question because you could take that in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. I think the way you initially answered it, you was just like life. Like, yeah.
I really feel like a genuine love for everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's the same type of love that I felt for people. That's why I just kind of equated to that. It all feels as one thing, which it is, but we separated in our categories as humans. But
I feel that.
I was in love with this fucking house. It's a moment of like, damn, this is inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspiring, like, so.
I feel that.
How close and warm is your family? Was love a prominent theme while growing up?
Yeah, it was. My family's pretty close. Like my intermediate family is pretty close. Like my mom and my mom's sister, which is my aunt, and her brother, and our granny, and our great grandma. Yeah, we're pretty close knit. We love each other a lot. Yeah. It's close. It's hugs. It's a lot of I love yous. A lot of like words of affirmation to each other. A lot of kisses on the forehead.
Yeah.
A lot of baked
Just affection and
yeah,
like warmth, as the car put it.
exactly.
Very.
Baked cookies and. No, I'm kidding.
I was about to say that. Stop lying.
There's two cookies. But yeah, my mom cooks with love, and my aunt, granny. It's beautiful family dynamic. So I was raised in that, and that's why I'm able to like kind of share love so openly and without hesitation, because I was cultivated in my upbringing. If you could invent anything, what would it be?
I would invent, and this is like with the prerequisite in mind that I actually have the knowledge to do this, right? I actually have the tools and expertise to do this.
Okay.
But I would invent a way to more easily share and reach out amongst like-minded people. Like, I know that you can find a community on Twitter. I know you can find mutuals on Instagram. I understand all that, but I'm saying like at the core of everything, like a way to thin the veil out a little bit. Like I don't have to go through this questionnaire of somebody that I think based on their profile would be a good match in my life to hang out with or something like that.
Okay.
It's just like an easier way to cut through all of that. Like, oh, you make music and I make music. Cool, let's make music together. Oh, you content create. Oh, you believe in this. Oh, you want to do shrooms at the park. You just been thinking it and I've been thinking it, but we had no way of knowing we were both thinking that. Like something that just makes it easier to connect. Maybe.
Would it be telepathy?
Maybe. I think telepathy is a real thing. Just a disclaimer to put that out there.
Oh, yeah,
but if I could invent a tangible way to make that shit like commercialized or like just, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I would definitely do. Like
that's kind of cool, and like people with no agendas that don't have like
exactly. and a way to easily for that to be understood automatically.
Right.
Like,
it's just like
it's not like I gotta fucking vet out like if this person is like a real person or not. Authentic person, but
that'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be very sick, man.
I would love to invent a way for all the houses that are fucking empty to be filled with people who are homeless. Like I need somehow for us as human beings to figure out a fucking common sense way to fill empty homes with homeless people so that they're not homeless. Like it's fucking mind.
Like homeless.
I don't understand. Like that's just something that needs to be invented, a way or something, a law, anything. So yeah.
That's so noble, but it's like so common sense too. Like it's very like okay. This home is empty right now.
Yes.
Nobody is in this bitch.
Yeah.
Like let's get someone in here. Like, let's just get them in here. It doesn't have to be about the money and all that shit at this point, bro. You have plenty of resources to build more homes.
We do.
Like,
and they're doing it
every day, on the hour. Like,
literally.
Let's get some of these guys in here, man. This is actually a good one.
So I'll pull one more and then you're going to pull one more.
Yeah. Okay. If you could create an all-star song of your choice, which artists would be on it?
If I could create an all-star song of choice, which artist would be on it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get Kevin Parker, on that production ASAP. Yeah. Him and Toro can like come together with some shit. I want like.
I like how confidently you went into this. Like this is something you pondered on before. Like This is a combination I need.
Yeah, nah, for sure. It's just like, yeah, Kevin Parker is he created Tame Impala for those who don't know. But I mean, he is Tame Impala. But so yeah, I would have him, be the lead producer, and then Toro Imoa can just like, he can add his touches. If K Tronada has anything that he wants to add to it, or just a little bit, something like groovy, I'm welcoming to him being there too. I'm on the song, right? I would assume. Okay.
Yeah, you're an artist.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm thinking like, damn, and now I'm considering like how my level of like, but I can hop on that. Yeah, I'm thinking like, damn,
I even
with the people I have in mind, I'm like, yeah, Solange. I need Solange vocals on there, bro. Like, without question, I need Solange singing on there. And yeah, I would love to like have Cardi on there too.
This is like some Somebody to Love type of album cut. Like,
Somebody to Love?
Yeah, by Queen, like
yeah. Well, all the different fucking shit that was going on. Yeah.
This ain't no radio single. This is like a magnum opus. Like,
bro, and that's literally what. Yeah, that's literally what that is. Like Cardi, me, Solange on the vocals. Like, I wouldn't do too much. I just know where to play my part, and but that shit would be fire. I know that sounds like an eclectic of shit, but I know it can be fire as fuck if I'm the creator of it, if I'm the creative director of the song. Like, I can orchestrate that shit. I can know where Cardi can come in with his vocals. I know where Solange can like add her harmonies and shit like that. Like, that shit would be perfect. And that's really probably that's all I need. If your house catches on fire, which physical possession are you going back in for?
Ironically, I'm grabbing my fucking Endless record. My fucking Endless vinyl. I'm grabbing that shit. I was really trying to think what's like,
that's crazy.
What's replaceable. Like, all the rest of this shit is like, alright, I can rebuy it, but Endless is not coming back out on vinyl.
Frank Ocean Endless, you gotta get that.
I gotta grab it.
Yeah, no, that should really not. Grab that shit at a unique time.
Like, I have some other type unique shit, but again, like, I can find it or find something close to it.
What about your laptop, nigga?
I mean, another laptop. There's plenty of laptops.
Damn, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was thinking. I'm like, what would I already 9 times out of 10 also have with me? So
right.
It's like, nah, that shit I'd hurry in for that real quick. I know I could get it. I could probably grab a couple other ones too, but that I make sure I prioritize it.
I feel it. Damn, I tried to think of something too that was more important. The laptop was all I had. You just buy another microphone too. But
like all that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, all that shit is like eBayable. If it come down to it.
Bro, I want that magazine, bro.
The Blonde magazine?
Yeah. That fucking rare ass, thick ass magazine, bro. I want that shit.
You could probably find it eventually. You could probably Grail it. Honestly, somebody might have that shit on Grail. Download Grail.
What is that? It's like
download Grail.
Download Grail. Okay.
Just get Grail.
Okay. Bet.
All right. Last question. Great last question, actually. What do you feel most grateful for?
Grateful. I want to give an unexpected response, but I'm most grateful for sunlight. I think, if like you took away sunlight, that probably would be the most detrimental thing for me. Like, if I went 3 months without no sunlight, it's just instant depression. So yeah, I'm most grateful for sunlight. Man, I'm grateful for a community. I'm grateful for like having a support system, having a network of people who I trust and I love and that are, on the same frequency. So yeah, I'm grateful for my friends and family. And I'm grateful for my ability, like my creator ability, like my power in general, just whatever power I've cultivated on this journey, realizing like who the fuck I am. And like, yeah, I'm just grateful for my power, my ableness, my vitality, my willingness, my ability. So that's something I'm really grateful for. You can, of course, name.
That's a hard one to top.
A couple things if you wish.
Man, I'm grateful for each and every relationship that I have. Like, everyone in my life is in my life for a purpose. I really fuck with all of you, like, genuinely from the heart. Everybody's really dope. Adds a lot of value to my life. I'm really grateful to be able to just share what I'm thinking, and people give a fuck about that. Like that's crazy. I genuinely believe like there's no value in holding information. I feel like it should always be shared, and people, for you to like care about anything anyone says, like being in that position is like amazing. Being on the receiving end of that is amazing, is what I mean.
Thanks.
I'm really grateful for spring coming soon.
It is.
Like, I'm already grateful.
That's crazy. We're literally in the middle of winter, but like I feel you. Like it's it's like this month and then next month.
I'm even grateful for right now though. Like I'll take some 62. Like that's crazy. Like it's January fucking 2nd or January 3rd. Like it's fucking it's nice. Like I got short sleeves on, so definitely grateful for that shit, man.
I feel it. This nigga said spring's coming. Like he's like,
a couple months.
We think the same. Like yeah.
Crazy times passing. Man, we'll leave like a link in the description to this game if anybody wants to get it. We have like a few cards left. We may end up answering these at some point if we can remember, but maybe not.
I want to say that me and Trinity did this video where she ate like a 5-gram mushroom bar for science. For science, she just did that shit just to do it. And the creators of that 5-gram mushroom bar also created this game. So that's what led us to play it. So shouts out to them.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we're signing off.
Yeah, speaking of gratitude, we're grateful for y'all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna say that. I'm sure you were gonna say that too, but it was just like we thank you niggas every. Come on, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Another call.
I'm deep in the flow like this, my jam. Aries, Sally, and Ram. Making love to the drive, fam. Update the collective cam. Celibate, love no collective, man. Best foot for, I'm the best I can. 5-year-old me is like, wow, she's cool, yeah. Didn't go straight to school, nah. Cut the deck like an empress fool. Mary Jane calling my lover my tool. I love you, Mary. Mary Jane. Alright, back to the mother-loving basics. Let's go.